Hi, this is Balaura, and this clip is recording for my Norwegian friends, which I have learned that my initial video, which was uploaded on YouTube, was not be able to be seen in Norway. And so I have made some adjustments to my initial video, and I'm apologizing for my other friends who already seen this video, and hope you will. When you open up the gates for me and leave the world behind, we find proof of love is hidden in the conflict of the mind. I'm so sorry. I need to stop the video here. This is a very emotional recording for me because it hit me very hard because again Aurora did it. So again Aurora is talking about life and death in such a wonderful manner, and she's also starting the clip the same way. She started with my blood. You can see behind her the curtains. She's also mentioning in the lyrics. And you also will see the difference of the voices. So if in my blood she was starting behind the veil, so you can hear her voice behind the veil, and when you enter in the world of the people who were between the worlds, where she guided them, and here she's she's introducing again the eternal voice, the eternal loving being. We can't say it's a human being. She is a wonderful creature who try to make our souls feel better, because she is introducing into the idea of death and life through the story. This is a very emotional story because we see the four people sitting around the table. It's clearly a couple with their children. And of course, we see the wine on the table, and we see the devastated looks. I can recognize the looks because these looks are familiar to me because on the around this time 2 years ago I lost my brother, and definitely my family and me and his wife and their children have the same look these people have on their faces. And you can see on his face, you can see the beard, but you see he's a person who take care of himself. He's very nice dressed and a nice shirt, but his look is exactly how men looks after somebody died and they don't shave several days. But here it's clearly a recent death because everybody try to look serene, but they are not. They are devastated, and she tells the fact that after you are losing someone very close to you, you can't talk about it. So she started the story with, it's a complicated story that we never talk about. But I see it in the mirrors, in the curtains of our house. So the sadness of the loss of someone dear. And also here I have, for this scene, I have two scenarios which I will unfold later, a little bit later. But again, she is the voice guiding us into the scene and telling the story which can be told. So she's the one telling the story and talking with us, the one who have lost someone very dear to us through a death. And she said, I don't want you to be worried that we're running out of time. It doesn't matter where we're going, we can leave it all behind. So actually, the feeling we have after losing someone very close to us is the fact that the time is done, that we don't have any more future, because we can't see our lives without the person we love. But again, she started talking. She's introducing in the first chorus. We hear her true voice, because the first voice we hear at the beginning, introducing the story, is a voice which, you see, it's a little. It's her voice, obviously, but she sounds like is using some distortion on her voice, and then on the chorus is her real voice, where she can she tells us about the fact that I feel conflicted in my mind, because this feeling she has, it fills my heart up and breaks me at the very same time. It's something we can experience when in the same time we feel our hearts exploding, and in the same time going back down. But let's move on a little.
I remember how I'd find you, fingers tearing through the ground. Were you digging something up, or did you bury something down? In your soul I found a thirst, with only salt inside your cup. In your eyes I saw your longing, while I longed to lift you up. Only when I see you cry, I feel conflicted in my mind. It fills my heart up and it breaks me at the very same time. When you open up the gates for me and leave the world behind, we find proof that love is hidden in the conflict of the mind.
Okay, it's very hard to do this clip without falling apart, because here she said that when you open up the gates for me and leave the world behind, we find proof that love is hidden in the conflict of the mind. So many times when we lose someone dear to us, we can't find the love is just this all the thoughts telling us in our mind that everything is lost. When she tells us that in order to overcome this, we need to open our gates. So to open the gates for me and leave the world behind. The world being the ephemerity of this world. So to look beyond this, and also something which is very, and I'll go a little back, even if it's very hard for me to look to this. She, through this very, very interesting, I will put it here. You see here, it's okay. It's the scene with the clothes on the table, where the clothes are as in the blood. You see that she used a lot the symbolism of the clothes, of the dress, in order to present the fact that these are our body is something we are wearing. The soul is wearing the clothes. So the body is something which is like something we can take out, but we are eternal. And this is a very strong scene for me, because seeing all the clothes the children were wearing, the couple was wearing, is remembering the scene we can see at every burial, when we need to choose the clothes in which we will dress the body of someone who were alive a couple of days ago and now he is not. And so she's introducing the ephemerity, so the fact that the couples and the children who were very sad around the table have lost someone dear to them, but then a couple of more years later, they are also dead. So they also became this close. But I'll still keep the images, because we'll talk a little bit of the symbolism of what you are seeing right now. Okay. First, you need to look closely and see Aurora is wearing a cross, which is the symbol of she's bringing back the symbols of the story she's telling. This is a story happening in Norway. We don't know if it's a story from her childhood or is a story she just heard or imagined. Why we know it's in Norway, because you can see on the cake it has the flag of Norway in it, and we can see that we have 7. It's again the symbolism of the 7 lights. Well, also it's a birthday. Apparently, is the birthday of the little boy. Because he is the one who is blowing out the candles. But obviously everyone is in other place when celebrating a birthday, because there is also a death. Another thing we should look a little bit on the scene. You can see that she, their mother, she is the only alive picture together with the little child, little boy. She is the one bringing the cake. She is the one trying to maintain a serene atmosphere if everyone is clear, devastated, and broken. And Aurora sings, is your heart alive? If it's your heart alive, you'll overcome a conflict of the mind. And also she said, don't let your spirit die. Don't let your spirit die, because love is you. Actually, so we are all love, so we are all eternal, and we need to go beyond this idea that we are we to get while the moment in which we die, everything is dead. And the music is so beautiful, it's so wonderful. But also here is the scenario I was talking about, on the fact that we can tell that it's a normal scene of a grieving family on someone who have died, while also celebrating life, celebrating the birthday of the little boy. But on the same time, if we look here on this scene, on her face, you will see that even the moment in which the boy is blowing up the candles, here, mother looks somewhere else. And then lead us to the idea that it's possible that in this scenario, the children and the grieving father, who has his bottle of wine also almost empty, they have lost her. So it's a combination of the ghost of the former woman he loved and the mother of the children, while the others try to move on with their lives. And I remember that Aurora was composing different songs. Also, one was for someone who have lost their mother in an accident, and they were devastating. So let's hear a little bit again the last part of the song. Okay, so this is my response to the conflict of the mind of Aurora, and I dedicated this analysis to my brother. Thank you for listening.